You know, I keep putting off my Ultimate Fighter review, but I just can't help it. Now, I originally wasn't going to review this game because this is more of the territory of SCXCR, but it's his birthday, and what do I do on somebody's birthday? I parody their shit until it's beaten into the ground so much its imagine remains. Wow, not even a minute into the video and I'm already making tokusatsu puns. Well, without further delay, happy birthday SCXCR, and this is Bloody Roar 3. Now, before I get into this review, I'm going to level with you. I know jack Sagozo about Bloody Roar. The only stuff I know about is from this game. I own the first game and this game, and I like this one a little more. Now, I know the most popular game in the series is Bloody Roar 2, and that's what most fans see as the peak of the game. And I've asked around, and its opinion is varied. There's just as many people who like Bloody Roar 2 the most as there are people who like Bloody Roar 3. But we're going to focus on Bloody Roar 3.
To understand why I and many others cherish this game, we need to look at the story. The story takes place sometimes after Bloody Roar 2, or at least that's what I assume. It's not very clear, to be honest. From what I understand, based on the official Bloody Roar website, is that there is an evolutionary gene found in some zoanthrope which is called the X genome code, or XGC for short. The XGC can bring on a stronger beast form, but they are unable to control it.
So in other words, he's stronger than before!
The XGC has many zoanthropes scared because there is a rumor saying that it can kill them. With all this confusion going on, our heroes search for an answer.
And what does this plot mean? It's fucking nothing!
I'm surprised that there is little to no mention of the conflict that was established in the second game. No mention of ZLF, Tylon, or anything like that.
And it's for this reason why I think it's easy to start with this game. You don't need to know a lot of backstory to understand the plot. Not that the plot in a fighting game matters anyways, but I'm going to give Hudson the benefit of the doubt that they toned down the story to make it more accessible to all gamers. Hey Hudson, it's a fighting game where you transform into animals. I think you've got our attention.
Now, I keep saying the story isn't relevant, but I haven't even gotten to the most important part of this. Our new character, Xion.
This is going to suck.
Xion, or as the game pronounces his name, Xion, is one of the few zoanthropes who wants to use the XGC power to, get ready for this, destroy the world and create a new one.
What does this character remind me of? All-powerful, wants to destroy everything and start fresh, has silver hair. Okay, this is Sephiroth with a haircut, but not quite as well written.
What I mean is this and the rest of the character bios are poorly written and hard as hell to understand. And I assume this is probably due to lazy translation. What gave it away was, "Don't you think so, sis?" Or is it unwelcome? Oh, and I need to mention that the website lists the game as a one-player game, even though it's a fighting game.
Shut up, Fatal Fury! Okay, crossing off, better translation and grammar, official website. What? I could cross off the improvements for the series list if I want to.
As for the other characters, Yugo is leading WOC, or the World of Coexistence, which is a non-governmental organization I assume relates to what happened at the end of Bloody Roar 2. Alice takes a leave of absence as a nurse to help Yugo.
Wow, they're really shoehorning in this relationship thing, eh?
Yuriko is bored, so she goes out to find about the XGC.
Really, Hudson? Really?
Gato is part of the United Nations. So in other words, he's Beast from X-Men and also apparently a Naruto fan.
I can see the angry look on all the Bloody Roar fans watching this video right now.
Long is living with an
old man
and his granddaughter Ranka, who has been infected with XGC.
So wait, it's an infection now? I thought it was genetic evolution.
Bakudu leaves his school life to help Yugo.
Exciting.
Jenny wants to hog all the power to herself. Kusazima hasn't changed and neither has Stun. Shenlong wants to kill everyone. Koryu...
Oh my god, the original Bakudu is back!
Well, kind of. His genetic code was taken from the goo Bakudu melted into and was added to an android body to create a new zoanthrope.
I don't care if it's a lame excuse, I'm just glad he's fucking back.
Uranus is a spoiler alert. And no, I don't consider her a new character. And finally, Sheena does what everybody else is doing and looks into XGC.
Also, did I mention that half these characters have been infected by XGC? Plot convenience! But enough of the plot, let's move on to the gameplay.
The controls in Bloody Roar 3 are simple. You have punch, kick, throw, and beasterize buttons, as well as buttons for heavy guard, sidestepping, and beast drive. Regular guard is performed by standing still, just like in the other games. When beasterizing, it is important not to do it too soon, or it won't last very long since your beast bar will be lower. Besides, the more your gauge fills up, the more health you'll recover. Beast drives are back from Bloody Roar 2, and like the last game, it is an all-stakes gamble special move, which if it hits, can deal a ton of damage. The catch is, hit or miss, your beast bar will pretty much deplete and you'll no longer be in beast form. So only use this if you're in a tight spot or when your beast bar is nearly gone. Finally, if you allow your beast bar to fill, you can enter Hyper Beast mode, where you stay in a more powerful state and can perform beast drives without referring back to human form, as long as its time limit doesn't run out. In terms of gameplay, it plays fairly similar to another game series I was playing at the time, the Dragon Ball Z Budokai games.
This is why I believe Bloody Roar 3 is the most successful game in the series. It had a lot of the current trends in fighting games, and it was a game you could just easily pick up and play. Fortunately, it's for these same reasons why I think there are a lot of flaws.
The big criticisms I've heard and experienced about this game deal with air combos, recovery time, and sidestepping. Now I know sidestepping wasn't as utilized in the previous two Bloody Roar games, but it was there and it wasn't hard to do even then, so I don't see why it's such a big complaint. Personally, I believe it was more implemented into the gameplay due to the rising trends in fighting games, so Bloody Roar was just trying to keep up with the competition. At times, the air combos can become as broken as juggling, which a lot of fighting games have as a problem. But yeah, it's still annoying. As for recovery time, it takes way too long for a character to recover from falling over, which gives your opponent time to get in some cheap hits. This is where most of my frustration with the game was, since you can lose a considerable amount of health when you're stuck on the ground, so I usually try my best not to get knocked down.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
Probably one of the best aspects in this game is the graphics. For a 2001 PlayStation 2 game, this game looks fantastic. Not many games at the time had graphics this good. All the characters are detailed well, and the animation is smooth to boot. The backgrounds make great use of the lighting, which was a big thing for the PS2 in the early days. The music in Bloody Roar 3 is also a shining achievement. Just like the previous games, it's got a fantastic rock and metal style, which complements the gameplay well, and can get you pumped up to battle. The sound effects are what you would expect at this point. They work and do what they need to do. Now as for the voice acting, well...
I'll kill you.
yeah, it's not that great, but poor voice acting was the norm back then, so it's not a big problem.
All in all, Bloody Roar 3 is a fantastic fighting game. If you're a hardcore fighting game fan, this probably isn't what you're looking for. But if you just want a fun game you can pick up and play without a lot of effort, it's a pretty good game. It's not that hard to find. You can get this game from anywhere from $7 to $70 online. So yeah, you should check it out. Well everyone, thanks for watching, happy birthday again to STXCR, and if you haven't, check out his Bloody Roar retrospective on his YouTube channel, or on Blimp. Anyways guys, I'm Zero, I'm out.
Every day